starting off with poor connection. Got my 4G and all that, and it says poor connection. Okay. Oh, hot enough for everybody? Sure, hot enough for me. That's for sure. Won't spoil tonight's video that I'm working on, but I'm working on the video for tonight, so it's been warm. And I love how things go from being a simple job to being a pain in the... Hello, whoever's watching. Hello. Oh, well, we're still alive and kicking. Trying to get things done before the rain gets here. I haven't got the Tahoe finished yet. Hi, Big Killer. Haven't got the Tahoe finished yet. My 2000 Chevy, I've been working on that. Well, that's all I'll say. So that's in tonight's video. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so. Ay caramba. But here's what I've been drinking out of. Hope you all staying cool and watching the heat. And I go for a CAT scan tomorrow, so hopefully. I ended up seeing the doctor yesterday. I got an infected. Come to find out, it was an ingrown toenail. He said it was clear looking. Well, he had said the infection hadn't set in yet, but it was draining, so we caught that in time. So I'm on antibiotics for that. So, but tomorrow I'll go for the CT scan and see what happens with that. But he made a comment. He goes, "You're too dense to see everything inside. That's why the CT scan." So, what I got told the other day may not have been completely true. Hope the fan ain't making too much noise because it's warm, it's hot. I think last I checked was like 88 degrees here. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I'm not drinking our town water. I've been buying that. I'm really thinking there's something wrong with our town water. Otherwise, yes, they're talking over 100 degrees this weekend. Not ready for that. Not by any means. This winter, I couldn't wait for it to warm up. Now that I can't wait for it to cool off. But we're getting there, and I don't know what's going on with me. But everybody else is like, "Oh, it's hot, 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 hot." And here I am, still wearing my bibs this year, and doing okay with it. I've been rolling around in the dirt a lot. The old school mechanics are coming back out here because I haven't been able to get in the shop to get this rearranged to where I could pull a vehicle partially in or whatever. So we're just doing it the old school way. Laying out in the shade and on the grass. Well, it starts out grass. By the time I'm done rolling around in that, it's down to the dirt. So, but anyway, yep. Thought I'd try the live thing again tonight. Looks like it's working better. Yeah, 50 to 70 degrees is about perfect. Yeah, because I got to get stuff rearranged in here so I can make a plastic room in here because I got some car parts we got to paint. So, takes time and a lot of money. But at least I'm getting to where I'm moving a little bit better. And 2 days ago, some of you that follow me on Facebook seen that about this time 2 nights ago, I had a bad diabetic crash. I don't know what happened, but I was cleaning out the truck, took some stuff over to the burn barrel, and I started walking back across the yard, and I seriously almost called 911. I didn't think I was going to make it back into the shop to get to my drink I had that would, and I stopped the truck, got my tester, tested my numbers. I went from 180, 200 down to 62. I dropped fast. I tell you, at 62, I started sweating, shaking. I got in here, got to the juice, and got that drink, and come out of it. But boy, it wasn't until 10 o'clock that night that before I actually started feeling good. Now here's the stupid thing is, Doc kind of blames it on my toe, having possible infection. But ever since, yeah, I know, I'm trying to be careful, but ever since I had that low sugar drop, my pancreas area ain't hurting. So, I don't know. I doubt my body's going to fix itself, but it'd be nice if it would, but, oh. So yeah, that was the scare this week, and I haven't crashed like that for a year and a half. So then he asked me, did you get more active that day? And I'm like, well, yes I did, but at the same time I ate more that day, knowing I was going to do more, and now today I'm doing basically exactly what I did the other day, and I'm okay. So, I hate diabetes. Ugh. Otherwise, yep. Hope everybody can get out and have a nice weekend this weekend and stay cool. Oh, sure. Come on. Get more people in here and then I start getting a bad... Okay, there we go. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this setup out here. Usually worked real good before, but... Oh, I can't say that. I don't want to ruin tonight's video. After the video, then we'll talk about it. I'll just give you a little bit of a spoiler. I love how things balloon from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Yeah. So, let's see. If anybody wants to, tomorrow. Cool. I'm glad it's working good now. Tomorrow, if you guys want, I'll probably do it. If I can catch Squirrel in the morning, we need to tell Squirrel happy birthday. Yep. She's getting old. She's going to kill me for that. She's going to be 16 tomorrow, believe it or not. 16. So, it's her birthday tomorrow. And we'll wish her some happy birthdays and that. I will tell you this. The AC in the truck, I'm going to test it here in a little bit. It's driving me nuts. One start cycle, it'll work fine. Next start cycle, it'll blow warm until I get moving. So I'm actually thinking I got an AC compressor going out, so I'm going to have to get that. Now this afternoon, the truck started out doing ice cold again, so I either need to drain the system and check the orifice tube, filter, make sure that ain't plugged, check the evap. Oh, that's just something I could test too to see how. I got that thermal imager. We could test the AC condenser and see if that's evenly hot or if that shows cool spots where it could be plugged. So I guess I could test that before I tear it apart. So yeah, the AC is still giving issues, but at least it's keeping me cool. Good enough to ride in the truck. Let's see, what else? Like I said, Tahoe's not done. Need to get it done. And, oh, yeah, I said that in the video. Oh, there they are. I was like, where'd the parts for the 2002 go? I got those, so. I think that's going to cure a lot of my issues with that truck. Figured out what the difference is between 2002 and 99. 99's got holes here because the bolt's going this way. The 2002s, you got threads in there. There it is. I don't feel like oh, that's bigger. So I got threads in there. So hopefully when I'm done with that, that'll have all new ball joints and come on. Oh, I suppose that's why I'm getting intermediate poor connections and that. We got storms in the area moving in, so. But, yeah, so we got all sorts of things going on. And I'm going to save these old hubs. I have a welding table project. A welding round objects. I can turn one of these into doing that, so. One of these days I'll get used to doing these live feeds. Otherwise, yeah, not a whole lot going on. Just winding down for the day. I got done dragging everything in from the outside, and I winded, so I'm sitting here in front of the fan. And good thing there was a breeze today. Otherwise, what got done today wouldn't have gotten done. And I'm really glad the tree that we planted where we did, he has finally gotten big enough, and he keeps the shop. That's why it's cool in here yet. He keeps the shop pretty much in shade until about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoons when the sun finally hits the building. And then it doesn't really get. Then the other trees off to the west start taking over. Oh, really? Did not know that. Huh. I have to check on that next time. I know South Main Auto, he shared a video where a guy made a device, and the old engineer had gone through and tore a bunch of these wheelbarrows down trying to figure out what their failure rate, why they were why they were failing, and he determined they don't put enough grease in there, so he made a device to go, you take out your wheel speed sensor, put it on there, pump it until the grease just oozes out, put your speed sensor back in, put it in. He says you won't ever change another wheel bearing again, which kind of makes sense. Sorry about that. But otherwise, so I get this 2000 Chevy done, get my 2002 done, and the Tahoe done. Then we're going to move on to doing some painting. It ain't going to be the best paint jobs in the world, but it's going, at least it'll be one color. I don't know about any other state, but here in the state of Iowa, you drive a multicolored vehicle and you're obeying the law, you just will plan on being pulled over. Ever since I went to vehicles being one colored or painted like it's two-tone, it's painted that way, I haven't had trouble with the law. There's a piece of wood. Oh. Knock on wood. So, yeah, it's crazy. And the reason behind it is they think if you're driving a multicolored vehicle, you don't have your insurance, and you don't. So that's why they pull you over, check you out. Then we drove up and got squirrel from a friend's last night, and boy, Highway 20 in the state of Iowa is almost finished. Well, it's all, if your primer Jeep's all one color, that's why. Highway 20 is almost complete. They say they're going to have it done by October. I think September's the schedule, but they had some rain. I think it's been pushed back to October, and boy, you can't even tell where the farm places were that they took out anymore. I mean, the amount of dirt, multi-spots. uh, the amount of dirt they've moved to finish Highway 20 is just amazing. I mean, it's going to be interesting up here north where McGraw Road joined 20. They have totally redone that. Haven't been able to get up there to see how much they've changed, but they took out some swamp ground and put a bridge through there over the river, so it's just amazing. It'll make it nice driving across Iowa. It'll get you across out of here faster. But the small towns that were used to fight to keep Highway 20 going through, they finally gave in, let them move it around the town, and that's the sad thing. That's the downfall of having the fast drive through these small towns. Don't get the traffic like they used to. So, but it's progress, you see. It's a good thing. So, yeah, right now we have no engine builds going on. Nothing. Do you have a windshield sticker out there? Come on, show me that again. Come on. Oh, registration stickers on the windows? No, we don't do that. We just put them on the plates here. The part wasn't rusted out, was the dash. Well, that's interesting. All our registration stickers go on the license plates. We don't have anything on the windows. Just kind of blank here. Sorry. Hey, Carolina man. And everybody that's come in and stopped by. Just winding down for the day, trying to cool off so I can go home. Oh, okay. Yeah, one of these days I'd like to go east. Yes, Carolina, it is hot. That's why I'm sitting here with the fan blowing on me to cool off so I can go home to go into the AC. We had kind of a productive day, but a stubborn day. I won't ruin the video for tonight. I gotta go home and get that edited up and uploaded later. So we're just hanging around, killing a little time, winding down. 4 ACs going. Wow. Everybody keeps asking me when they come out hit the shop here, where's your AC? I said, what AC? They said, huh? I said, I don't have AC in here. I tried running the AC in the building a few years ago, and the electric company is very proud of the electricity to run the AC. So with it being the temperature is now, last year I would not have been here sitting here. Even with the fans on, I wouldn't have been able to stand it. Like I said earlier in the video, the tree has gotten big enough. He is now keeping the shop shaded until 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the building don't get the direct sun on it no more, so you don't get heated up. And having all this metal in here and keeping it cool, I suppose that kind of helps keeps the air cool. The fan I got blowing is pulling the air from the metal. Yeah, they're getting proud of the gas prices again too. Summer's here, you should want people to travel more. You jack up the prices, everybody's like, oh, we're not going on that trip after all, we'll stay home. So, just one of those things, I just think it's crazy. Just set the price and just leave it there. I tell you, when the gas gets up, it sure changes what I plan on doing, that's for sure. Haven't done any welding because I want to do my welding outside and not in the building right now because I got too much stuff. $1.94. I think I'll be down there. Ours went up to 216, 219 now. Damn. For E10, okay, yeah, that's. I run the ethanol, always have. I've gotten. Hey, I mean, I run that what is it? E85? No. What the hell? I run the ethanol blend. That's all I know. It's the cheaper gas and 238 and hell. Wow. Wow. Woo-hoo. Maybe I'll stay out. $3. Whoa. Cheapers. Wow. That's crazy on how this gas is. Wow. Thought about going out to Illinois here soon. Maybe I might stay away from there. Oh. Yeah, it just. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed. You go to your fast food places, they're pricing themselves right out of business. When we went to pick up squirrel from our friends, we went and splurged last night. Yeah, we won't be doing that anytime soon again. Yeah. Just notice, I don't know, maybe for you guys everything's in the right direction, but I notice here on my screen now, the wording behind me is backwards. Might be the camera. Welcome everybody that's just popped in. Eee, yeah. Yeah. It was just a splurge for us last night. Oh, that sucks, camper. Well, hello. Welcome. Yes, and you can have real food and not some processed kangaroo hamburger or who knows, maybe it's a cardboard box they finally figured out how to flavor. I mean, what they've had those studies where they've taken McDonald's food and set it there and 3 years later go back, it looks like the day it was made. They don't rot. Yeah, it's no fun when the computers don't play nice. But, yeah, I got I guess the Dodge, they were going to let it sit here, and now I got a call a little bit ago, they want to get her hauled to the scrapyard tomorrow. I'm like, I'm busy, so we'll see how that goes. Waiting for the pink slime from McDonald's. Ah, okay. Yeah. Alright, catch you later, big killer. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's right. You had surgery already. Wow, I thought you were still a week out, but I go for strawberry shake. Oh. Hey, now that ain't nice. That really should. So they didn't find any gremlins or anything extra hiding in you then, huh? Like I said, I go for my... God, a strawberry... Oh, man, you just made me hungry. No. Yeah, go for the CT scan tomorrow, and I guess he's going to call me as soon as they get the results and let me know what they did or didn't find. Let's see. I'd move you around. Yeah, those pain. Now watch those damn pain pills because I'm starting to. I've been doing a little more reading up on what's happening. Some of you guys have been saying, "Hey, you know this." I'm starting to wonder if the last Well, they kept putting that kidney stone off for the last, what, 2 years, 3 years? All the pain meds and everything I had, and then they get me cleaned out and then stop me on the pain meds. Just kind of wondering if that ain't what's set my body into a big mess. But, like I said, my neighbor stopped. I'm trying not to... Well, I'm getting back to where years ago when I used to work during the summer. Yeah. If I didn't stop for lunch at 12 o'clock, noon exactly, if they got to be 12:03, 12:05, I just continued to work. I just would not eat that day. And maybe that's part of what got me in the trouble the other day, too. I did eat more that day, but I ate later. That's good. So, I don't know. But anyway, I notice since I haven't been able to eat with this, I know I've dropped weight. I'm kind of hoping I can find out a weight tomorrow, because it's getting easier to get up and down off the ground again. That should be good. And I'm kind of interested to see what they weigh me out tomorrow, because I know things have gotten better weight-wise. Watches, well, actually it's still loose today. Not as loose as today, it had dropped. Maybe that's another thing I need to kind of make a mental note of. The day that I had my bad crash, that watch would almost spin around my wrist, no problem. Yeah. Oh, that's a bad spot to get cut, yes. When the wife's had the surgeries on her, oh, that was her main complaint. That area hurt. That's no fun. I know a lot of you guys don't care for them, but boy, they've had some interesting sales here lately. Some days you kind of like, what the hell are you doing? But the stuff that keep inventing and coming out with, you just never know what they're going to come up with. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely pricey, but nice to dream at and look at once in a while. Oh, 4 cuts? Yeah. So everything come back, or have you gotten any results on anything yet, or have they said you're good to go, clear? Yeah, I tell you, people at the local stores here kind of like, hey, where you been? I'll tell you, it was a lifetime guaranteed tool, and I've broke 6 of them. And I replaced it with the Snap-on, and I've yet to break it yet, so. And of course, I've got the Harbor Freight stuff and everything. Each tool made, it's got its time and place and use. And the other philosophy, well, that's good. That's good. And the other philosophy I have with tools and anything in general, it's all man-made. It can and will fail, no matter what you do. All our cars, we all got our favorites. Some like Ford, some like Dodge, some like Chevy, some like Mitsubishis, but they're all designed to do the same thing. Going to break down and cost us money. Tools too. I mean, you think about it, if they wouldn't redesign reinvent the wheel with every car that come out, that they wouldn't have to make all these tools. But years ago, I had the stories in the stock car racing magazines and everything where eventually they're going to make it to where it's only dealer only working, and you're going to be able to only buy the parts at the dealers. Well, that hasn't completely come true yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Back in the day, I was young, and that'll never happen. That'll never happen. We'll never. These metric tools ain't going to take off. I got more metrics than I do standard, and it's. I told the guy that was here yesterday. I said, I never thought I'd live to see the day where standard tools were almost obsolete. It's crazy how things change. And you know, when they started, what was it, last year? There's a video out there when we went to the car museum in Iowa City. And you know, I'm like thinking, God, why are they putting 20-inch and 22 and 26-inch tires on cars? You know, back when they invented the cars, that was standard size tires. I never realized that until you get a close look at an old car that's complete and all there. Some of those cars, there was one car, I can't remember what it was, that had 30-inch tires on it. Like 30-inch? You wouldn't want to buy those today. So yeah, it's kind of neat how the car industry's kind of gone back to the original stuff, and then now has, yeah. So that's going on almost 100 years ago when the cars were invented, and here they say history repeats itself every 100 years, so be interesting to see. But, oh yeah, I gotta get going on that Leland tractor. I gotta see if I can find more parts for that thing. That's what I got. That's what I forgot to do. Is I'm supposed to look up the manual for that. The guy was going to get me the manual. I just needed to let him know and see what we can figure out with that tractor. And that could be fun because I hate rust. That could be fun because I think I'm going to end up making all the fuel lines for that truck. Tractor. No, and I've told him it's going to be. He better plan on spending some bucks if he really wants that thing going. I'm really thinking he'd be money ahead to scrap this one and go buy. Hell, even lease a new John Deere. You see the TV commercials now. You never can see the small print what they want for the down payment. But they're saying you can lease a new John Deere for $100. The utility tractors with the mower, the tiller, loader bucket. Which that would be. Yeah, but a friend of mine was looking at pricing those, and when he was saying they were $37,000, $40,000, I'm like, oh. Yeah, there is a section I'm talking about my health there, so yeah, that I'll post this when I'm done here, and you can watch the first part what you missed. So yeah. Yeah. That fine print always gets you. Think you're doing good, and all of a sudden you look at the fine print and it's like, ah. I must have been getting warm because I feel really woke up again. And I'll tell you this, I wish my kids and a couple of friends that always say they want something to do, I've always told them that you don't need to know mechanics to come hang out with me. Just having an extra body around makes things go so much better. 17.5, wow. I was going, come on, get back to the connection. Having somebody around out here helps. Because what got done today, my neighbor stopped in to check to see if I was ready to set the box on without ruining the video, there was some other stuff that needs to be done. Well, he stuck around and helped me, and I thanked him. And it does. It's amazing the difference it makes having somebody around. Just company. It really, really helps. So, I wouldn't run you off. Oh, they're kind of glitching. So yeah, I've got old friends that used to come out and hang out with me. Well, I don't know. What we're trying to hang out until Squirrel's done with school. But if things don't get better around here soon, we might be relocating. Don't know where it's going to be any better, but we might be relocating. We've kind of talked about it. We just don't know. That's what I keep getting told. I got a buddy, well, the friend that used to come down and help me all the time, he keeps planning on, he wants to move to Missouri. He's got a lot of land that he's looked at and been offered, and he's just trying to come up with the money to get it. That if I was closer, I'd be helping you get your camper set up. That's for sure. And he wants to relocate to Missouri. So, I don't know. And I'm getting where our wife don't like the cold, I don't like the cold, so I have to go somewhere warmer. But then I got another friend that keeps trying to talk me going up to Canada. That's even colder yet, so I don't know which way we're going. If we did move, where we would go. That's the thing too. Move. I know a lot of people say you need to move every 5 years because then you thin out your junk. If I was to move now, I really don't know what sled dogs. I don't know if a sled dog can pull me. It just I don't know what I'd do with all this stuff. It's kind of been nice. Years ago, okay, the kids would have been, Crystal would have been, okay, my dad was still alive, so no, he wasn't. So Crystal was 3, that means her sister was 8. And back then, so that would have been early 2000. Doctor that I started seeing to start straightening me out years ago told me that I was not going to see my kids through grade school, let alone see them graduate if I didn't change things back then. Well, got one graduated and I've got 2 grandkids, and my doctor swore up and down that I would never be here to see that. So I've done a lot better with something and straighten things out. And having the current health issues has just drove me nuts. Just changed things for the better, but as I say, everything happens for a reason. We don't understand, but eventually we will. But let's see. I can't believe now. Hey, go ahead. Won't hurt to check out and look around and start seeing what we have to save up for. Or, then the wife and I have even kicked around the idea of the house that we're in now. Almost thinking since we got it paid off and it's ours. So yeah, we've done a lot of things that a lot of people told us we weren't going to be able to do. Well, I'd still help you anyway. Kicked around the idea of we'd have to figure out and make sure I had enough help in that. I've kicked around the idea of disassembling the house in town. That would be disassembling the house in town and rebuilding it out here on the farm. I've really kicked that idea around. That's really why another reason I'm trying to get this stupid health of mine straightened out. Because I got a lot of ideas. And at the same time, the wife says, you know, our old idea of going to Menards, buying a kit garage, bringing it home, and building it as a house. Because, like, when they give you the kit garages, they give you the same lumber that they sell you for your house kit. It comes from the same pile. And here's a funny, I told Dad, had an idea when my dad was still alive, and Dad kind of wanted to get back to the farm. And we come up with that idea. We were going to get 2 kit garages and put them together, build them. And so Dad and I went and talked to the bank about getting the money to help with the concrete and that. And they're like, oh, yeah. Should have used the words house. As soon as we told them we were getting 2 kit garages and going to build it as a house, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's shipping containers. They're like, why would anybody want to live in a garage? I says, Dad and I looked at him and says, what's the difference? Lumber's lumber, and they use the same lumber in their kit garages or kit houses. So, yeah, after that, the bank like, oh, no, we're not going to let you live in a garage. So, yeah. And, my dad was a little bit flustered, but just because it's worded one way doesn't mean that's what it is. Nope. Somebody's finally checking. Hello. Just as you called. Oh, really? It just dinged now. Okay, what's up? Yeah, that would work. I'm about ready to head home. I'm just finishing up a live stream. So, yep, sorry. It dinged, and the next thing I know, the phone's ringing. I can play it back on the video. I was like, oh, finally, somebody checked it. So, alrighty, yep. Go ahead and go ahead and cook me up one. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye. You guys heard it? Well, I don't know if you heard it, but it ding, then it rang. And it does. It does say it since 604, but it just notified me that it was there. I hate this stupid thing. Yeah, the shipping containers, that would be a good thing, but yeah, I mean, I've seen some pretty damn nice houses made out of the shipping containers. Yep. Didn't like that. Yeah, when they start fining people for collecting rainwater and want to throw you in jail, or you figured out how to live off the land without being hooked up to the sewer or water or any electricity, they say you're doing it illegal. That's when we got problems. That's another whole subject we won't get into, but that's how the dogs drink. Yes, that rainwater being illegal catching, that's how my dogs drank water for years out here. I mean, so yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out how to get water out here to run my power washers and that. I got rural water here, but boy, oh boy, that's expensive. And that's one of those setups they want you to pay even though you're not using it. But It don't go for credit, but yeah. So it's here on the property. So someday when the kids get rid of the farm, if they ever do, somebody will have water. No, actually, we get a house built out here. We'll probably get it turned on so we get, well, I guess I'm kind of monitoring. I'm between the neighbors that have using it, and they've had some issues, and I don't know how they got out here and done some digging without me seeing them. But they've had where water lines broke and gone funny, and just like. I've got the gas one that I got from Iron Man, that power washer, and I just don't. The tank I was using just didn't have enough volume, so then I rigged up a fitting to put on there to put, what I put, 10, 15 pounds of air pressure to that. Power washer worked good, but it's only 50-gallon drum, so that went through pretty fast. I've got a, it's what, 6 foot round and 3 foot tall water tank that comes up and then cones in. I just got to get a trailer finished to put it on, then I can go into town and go to the city well, and I think 500 gallons a quarter or something. I mean, really, really cheap. So I could fill that tank and come up. Yeah. I could fill that tank up and then probably have enough water pressure that it'll make the power washer work. Otherwise, speak of that. Ah. Okay, speaking of that, I had another power washer given to me that was gas, that had a self tank on it that the guy used to use to wash his race car. I have no idea where I stuck that thing. I just realized it's not where I've been moving it. Well, okay. I really don't know where I would have put that one. Hope it was. Oh man, that's bad water pressure. Oh, yep, that's not where it is. Oh, there it is. Jesus. Yep, it's here. I forgot. I stuck it under the bench. I got to take the pump. I got to figure out what kind of pump it is and that. And if I was there, I would do that for you. I love putting in the PEX piping. I've got the crimper and the rings, and I changed that over in our house, and wow. The power washer I put under the bench there, so I got to figure out what's wrong with the pump. He said the oil in the pump started mixing with the water, so I got to find out what the pump is and see if I can get parts for that. Now that one would be self-contained. I could use that one and use my other barrel and run a hose and let it just drain into that while I'm using it. So, as I would love to get to where I could start washing these cars up as I work on them. Hi, John. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Well, hopefully you get a nice good sleep and you get healed up nice and well and get back to feeling good. That's no fun. '81 in New York. Let's see, I'll tell you right now. Okay, you guys are sitting good. We are down to upward, finally dropping. We're at 85. So I think we were pushing 88, 90 today earlier. So, told you guys I got the bandsaw going, and had a couple of guys go that. Yes, I was. And that's what brought this live stream around. I got done drinking. My wife got a different recliner from her aunt, so I brought the old one out because I need one, and need a new one that the cat hasn't claimed. And yeah. I drug that in. I brought in the tools that I used and the chair. Just wow. I got done and my daughter called and she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just got done drinking everything in, so I'm cooling off." So I thought, what the heck, I'll see if the live stream works, because the last couple of live streams I tried failed miserably. I don't know what that was about, why that wouldn't work, but this one's doing good. So yep, I drink. Yeah, I go. Hey, you know what? Give me a second. I'll be right back. I do have a cold one. Thank you for reminding me about that. Hopefully I didn't miss anything while you guys were gone. I was gone, but yeah. So yeah, it seems like the heat has moved in across the country. Kind of nice. It's been a long time coming, but would have liked a little more of a transition than what we got. I don't know what I'll use this for. Found some metal pins that was left in my. Yeah, these were left in my daughter's house that she's living in. Don't know what they were for. I said they'll be handy. No problem. Yeah, I've got my A1C number down. Yeah, did I say that right? Yeah, my A1C number's down. I'm almost normal on that, finally. Well, the doctor I'm seeing now, I had ones in Iowa said he accused me of not doing what I was doing. I'm like, yes, I am. But I said, evidently I've done something, because my worst heavy weight that I ever was 580 pounds. I was heading to 600 fast. Now, for me, if I would have went and got that bottle of water back at that time, you guys would have had 20 minutes of dead video, because it would have taken me that long just to stand up, walk 3 feet, stop, rest, walk another. Yeah, I really thought I was on my way out, but I don't know what happened, because, and I don't know if they got the scales calibrated, because at one time they had me at 420 2 years ago. Then they said I was back to 470. I'm like, I can't be. The reason I say I couldn't be at 470 was because my clothes were fitting looser. Well, then they come up and then they found I was doing the mechanics and moving and lifting and doing all that stuff. They said, well, yes, you could be 470 because you're building muscle again. I'm like, not 50 pounds. My blood sugar has, yeah, it's not been playing nice at all. But I know some of you are going to rewatch this, but right now the blood sugar drop, if you followed on Facebook the other night, I had a bad drop and almost, I had an ingrown toenail, and with the damn diabetes, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the pain or nothing. But yeah, I dropped to 62, and prior to me dropping down to 62, I had just checked it. I was at 180, 200. I started cleaning out the truck, got rid of the garbage, walked over to the burn barrel 3-4 times. Yeah, I'm losing feeling in especially my left foot. That's the toe that I had the ingrown. Anyway, I walked over to the. Ooh. I'd been 62, about put me on the floor, passed out. I was sweating like a stuck pig, shaking, chest was just going no, 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 no. I was scared. I really was close to calling 911. But I made it in the shop, got my juice that I got out here to help with that, just in case. But that's all I did, is cleaned out the truck. 25? Wow. I'd probably be in a diabetic coma right now. But that's all I did that day, and I had 8 more that day that the diabetic crash hit. Yeah, that was me. My bibs were wet, my shirt was wet. I'm like, what in the hell's going on? And it scared me, good. So I've been really watching what I'm eating, and today, with the antibiotic, they said to eat with it, so it got to be about 2 o'clock, and I was starting to feel sluggish, kind of like I did the day, but I checked it. I was at 273. I'm like, why am I didn't eat that much today. So I went home, took the insulin, ate, and then took the antibiotic and everything. Yeah, I was talking about the other day, and it's earlier in the video that you said you want to rewatch. I had a bad diabetic crash the other night. I didn't mess with my eyes that way. I just started panting heavy and just literally felt like I was going to drop on the floor. Yeah. And I told Doc about that yesterday with the toenail problem. And he says, well, he says it's not a true full infection, it's just drainage. And he says that could be also messing with your numbers too. So, and he goes, since that's messing with your numbers, you need more insulin. So he gave me some more insulin samples. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably been dead a long time ago, because the insulin is something I'll never be able to pay for out of my pocket. Last time we tried doing that, they wanted $3,200 for 1 month. The prescription plan that I had, paid for it, got it down to where it was still $200 out of pocket, which was still hard for us. And then all of a sudden I went to go get it, and it was like $1,000 again. I'm like, what? Luckily, I don't have a pump. And I'm like, why? And I called the insurance. Well, they don't tell you when you sign up for your prescription plans. There's a few months where you go back to paying full price. Then they'll decide if they're going to pick up the last part of the year. I'm like, what? So, yeah. So, yeah, if it gets to where I don't ever get any more insulin from my doctor, it won't be good. Yeah, I know that wasn't right, and I'm like, I'm just. And then local people that I know, well, go get a job and blah blah blah. I'd love to. I would love to go to a normal job again, but every time I applied at a job, oh, you're a health insurance risk, or you're too big. Okay, I've lost the weight. I've seen people that weigh 320 pounds that are wheelchair bound, and that really messes with me. I'm like, I was 580 pounds. Yeah, I go through. Yeah, I'm about the same, 10 to 15 vials a month. when I was 580 pounds, and when I was going to Iowa City to see about having the gastric bypass done, let's start squeaking too much. If that starts annoying, man, you know what? That's getting too annoying. Ah. And I'd seen the other people. Uh, the neuropathy is getting my. That's what's happening to my left foot. And I'd see people that were 300, 400 pounds, wheelchair bound, with legs bigger than my gut. I'm like, what happened? You're smaller than me. And when I first started going to Iowa City and they started weighing me, I had two doctors look at me and they said, where the hell are you hiding the weight? They're like, yeah, I know. I keep going. I may hurt. I may complain on the channel. I might, but I still keep going. I keep trying. And those doctors like, there is no way you weigh 580 pounds. I said, well, I don't feel like it either. And they're like, your legs, they're like, your legs still look normal. And yes, my legs do look normal. I'm getting some varicose veins, but hey, I'm getting older. I'll be 49 Monday. And so the doctors couldn't believe that I weighed that much. And the biggest thing at that time that pushed me to the 580 pounds was the depression medicine. And once I figured out it was the depression medicine, I weaned myself off that. And didn't tell the doctors because they're like, oh, you got to stay on it, you got to stay on it, you got to stay on it. And about a year and a half later, they said, hey, you're dropping weight. What'd you do? Finally, I told them, I said, stop taking that damn depression medicine you guys were forcing on me. They're like, whoa. So I stopped it, weaned myself off, and the weight started dropping. And like I said, I went from 580 to 480. So then I got stuck there for a few years, and then it's kind of gone down since. But it ain't easy. It goes on easy, but it sure as hell don't come off easy. That's just not fair. But yes, that 100-pound difference. And then, here's the other thing. All right, you get healing up better, Camper Mike, and keep you in the prayers. And here's the other thing. I had people get mad at me because I didn't follow through with that gastric bypass surgery. And just hello? I'm doing a live feed on YouTube right now. What you need? Oh, cool. Cool. Okay. No, I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. I had trouble with the other vehicle. So, I had trouble with the other truck I'm working on. So, I'll give you a call. Bye. See if I can even remember what I was talking about. Do you guys remember what I was talking about? Shit. Oh, I had people getting mad because I turned that down. Well, I knew some family members and friends of family that had the gastric bypass surgery done, and this is what kind of scared me. The one gal lost her weight. She was really looking good. No complications whatsoever that they thought from the operation. Around her 4th or 5th year anniversary of her, she dropped the weight. She looked perfect. Perfect picture of health. She dropped dead. And they're like, whoa, what happened? During the autopsy, they found out there was a complication from the surgery that didn't show up until it was too late and killed her. I'm like, dude, if it's only going to buy you 4 to 5 years, I've still got that on my own. Well, Squirrel's turning 16, so that gal's been gone 12 or 14 years now, and I'm still here and she's not. So I'm like, So, and then I knew some other people that had the done, and it seemed like they only were lasting 3 to 5 years. So I figured I'm going to take care of it myself, and changed it and kept going. But now with I don't think I put it in the video, but all right, you take care, Carolina man. The neuropathy, the last diabetic test here 2 weeks ago when he did it, my right foot scored a 3 out of 5. He says, that's still pretty good for what's going on. And then he did my left foot, and I told him what I thought, and he slid back on his chair, and he goes, well, you've been diabetic long enough, you know what's coming. I don't know if I even scored on my left foot. He didn't give me a score. Yep, I'm just keep going, and I've kind of got on some of the family members too. I'm like, we just be thankful for what we got, and thankful that we're still up and wake up every day. I mean, that's all you can ask for. Is you just every day you wake up, it's a chance for a new beginning, and that's all you can do. But anyway, I suppose I better go home because the wife said supper's ready. That was 20 minutes ago, and it's nice they cooked it for me this time. Yeah. I don't mind it being cold. So, I guess. Oh, and then also I need to get home and get the video edited up so it can go up and you guys got something to watch and see what happened today. See how bad I got my butt busted by a... Oh, better stop there. So, well, thank you everybody for stopping by. Now that the live stream's working again, I will tell her hi. And like I said, I might throw up a quick video if I can catch Squirrel up in the morning and in a good mood. We'll wish her a happy birthday. So, she's kind of upset nothing showed up in the mail yet, which, yeah, that's the mail for you. So, everybody, might get wet. It almost sounds like thunder out there, so that might be why my signal keeps dropping in and out. So, y'all take care. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay cool. And enjoy the weekend this weekend. So, see y'all later. And thank you for stopping by.